I just want to talk for a minute about people who put overweight people down, okay? First of all, to those people, you don't know why they're overweight. It's not always because of overeating or eating the wrong things. It could be a thyroid problem. It could be a mobility problem. It could be stress, depression, a loss of a loved one. It could be a lot of things, okay? That's first and foremost. Before you call someone fat, think about what they may have gone through or maybe still currently going through. Okay, the second thing is nobody on this planet is perfect. Even if you look picture perfect, you still are not perfect. You have flaws, okay? Just like everyone in this world does. Your flaws may be different than the next person's flaws. But you still have no right to judge another person based on their flaws, because that makes you a hypocrite. Okay? No matter what your flaws are, we all have them. Whether they're inside, they're outside, they're hidden, they're in plain sight, whatever. It doesn't matter. The third thing that I want to touch on is, out of everything in the world, every horrible possible thing could be, a rapist, a murderer, a child molester, just plain evil, plain mean, abusive. Why is being overweight frowned upon so much? Like it's one of the most horrible things in the world. It's really not, okay? A lot of you might be like, well, hey, you're a little overweight. You know, you're biased. I have been overweight, and there's been times that I've been relatively thin, okay? I've never been skinny, but I've been bigger and I've been much smaller, okay? So I've had both situations. I've been in both situations. So I've had both outlooks on this, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with being skinny either. That's what my whole point is. Whether you are skinny, you know, a little bit overweight, relatively overweight, majorly overweight, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter as long as you try to be a good person and try to take care of yourself. I understand better than most that once something bad in your life happens, you get depressed, you eat your feelings for, like, let's just say 6 months and gain 20 pounds. I understand that 20 pounds, even though it was very easy to gain, it's extremely difficult to lose. That's another thing. Unless you have been overweight or are overweight, don't ever say to an overweight person, why don't you just lose weight? You know, it doesn't work that way. Don't ever say to a person, well, you could stand to lose 20 pounds. We know this. You know, we know that's a possibility, that is an option to us. But we also know how difficult it is to lose that weight. Whether it's 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever. It's very difficult to lose that weight, okay? It's difficult to pinpoint certain places like this on me, right here, that little jiggle, okay? Yes, some of that I created on my own, but also some of it is genetic. My grandmother had slight wings here. My mother has slight wings here, and my mother used to be freaking 84 pounds when she was my age. Okay? You just don't know what a person's going through, okay? And another thing, just because someone's overweight does not mean that they're ugly, okay? They might not be magazine perfect or America's Next Top Model perfect, but that does not mean they're ugly. They have certain features that are very beautiful. Like a lot of people tell me that my face is beautiful, that I've got decent hands, that I've got nice breasts. Like everyone has, good things about them, okay? So if you see a skinny woman and a curvy woman walk in, and I don't mean just curvy here and there, I mean like thick curvy woman, walk in, and you immediately say that thick curvy woman's ugly and that skinny girl's pretty or hot or whatever your term is, just because of their size, that's what gets you with bitches. That's what gets you with cheaters and liars, okay? Because you are judging them by the outside appearance. That skinny woman may be very beautiful, gorgeous even, and perfectly fit. But inside, she might have an evil heart and an airhead mind. You don't know. And that curvy, thick woman that you immediately pushed to the side and said she was ugly because she's overweight, she might have been the best woman that you've ever come across. She might have been the woman you were looking for. Inside, intelligent, kind, sweet, loving, understanding, forgiving, and has a pretty face. But just because she's got a little jiggle, oh no, she's ugly. I'll go get that other chick's number. I'll bang her a couple times. I'll accidentally get her pregnant or something, and eventually down the line she'll take me for all I'm worth. Now, I'm not saying all skinny women are like that, obviously. I'm just saying things like this can happen when you judge a book by its cover, okay? Looks can be deceiving, okay? But anyway, and there's a lot of people out there that prefer thicker women over skinnier women. And those people who say, forget the skinny woman, I want the curvy woman, just because she's curvy and thick, could also be making the same fatal mistake. So, this goes for everybody. But the reason that I'm on the topic of overweight people is because obviously I am one of them, and I know the scrutiny, and I know the overall terrible things that are said to me or thought of me. One time I had a guy tell me, because we were like playing this like question game, and I asked him, am I the kind of woman that you would take home to your mother? And he actually goes, yes and no. And I'm like, that's weird. I got good morals. I got standards. I respect myself. I'm not hideous, So I asked him why. He goes, you have the mind and the heart of a woman perfectly that I would want to take home to my mother. You even have the face. But because you're a little bit on the big side, you don't have the body. And that's not entirely what a guy wants to take home to his mom. Now, granted, that may have been a douchebag thing to say. Granted, he may have just been, being a dick. I don't know. But to be judged by something like that, and it's not like I'm 900 pounds and I can't get out of bed, In fact, something I've never done, okay? I'm going to show you what I look like, full body length. And just to be clear, I am aware of my flaws. I am aware of them. So in the comments below, you do not have to go, well, your legs are kind of thick, or, your arms are kind of floppy and wide, or your midsection is a little bit jelly-like. Duh, I know this, but I'm making a point, okay? So I'm going to walk around, okay? And I'm going to walk this way and show you what I really have to work with, okay? Hold on. Here we go. This is me, all right? Let me back up. This is me. This is really, really me, all right? No, I am not thin. No, I am not perfect. Yes, I have cellulite and flab and jiggle. Yes, I do. But guess what? I am only human, okay? I'm not perfect. Just because I'm obviously flawed does not make you any less flawed. It does not make me any less intelligent or wise or any more evil or whatever. I am who I am. Okay? Now, could I stand to lose about 30 pounds for health-wise, and am I willing to do that? Yes. But as far as my looks go, I'm pretty content with it. Like, I know I'm not gorgeous. I know I've been skinnier. I know I've been, better looking before and everything, but I'm not afraid of being a bigger person. The only thing that scares me is putting my heart under so much pressure. Which is why, starting next month, I've already made plans to buy diet food and go on a diet again. I've lost 70 pounds before. I've lost 30 pounds before. I've lost 20 pounds. I've gained it all. I've lost it all again. I've done all of this stuff. And I know how difficult it is. Excuse that tapping. That's my dog Chico walking around. But anyway, I know what that is. I know what it's like to be thinner and bigger. But when it comes to someone you're maybe interested in, or maybe, whatever you want to be friends with, don't judge them because they've got a little bit of fat right here, or they've got wide arms, or a big belly. Don't immediately cast them out of the human race because they're a little bit overweight, or they're a little bit underweight. Okay? Because if you do that to people, you will never get anywhere. How would you feel if people did that to you? Let's just say right now, you have shoulder length, thin blonde hair, and certain people prefer brunettes. And you walk into a bar with a brunette next to your side, and you hear a guy go, I don't think she's attractive at all because she's blonde with thin, short hair. That's just ugly to me. How would it make you feel? It wouldn't make you feel very damn good, now would it? So don't do it to other people. Everybody has their standards. It's fine. I understand that to some men, maybe they're just not attracted to this. That's fine. Like some people aren't attracted to super short people, or some people aren't attracted to another race or whatever. Some people, it's just not their type. Now that I can understand. But don't put them down as a whole freaking person just because they're a little overweight. Anyway, I gotta cut this video short because I'm getting to my limit. But we're human, okay? We all are. We're all flawed. But try to look into a person instead of looking at them. That's my whole point, okay? Just because I have flab and like I showed you, I have flab and everything like that, doesn't mean I'm ugly. I have a nice smile. I have nice eyes. I have nice big lips. I've got decent hair. Like, I'm not ugly. So don't make me feel like I am. Just because I've gone through some really emotional things in my life, a miscarriage, a death in the family, etc., etc. And there's been a few weak moments that I've ate my feelings, and I've gained the weight, and I'm aware of it. But you don't know what I've been through to get here. You don't know. So don't judge me. Get to know me. Get to know those people that you have treated that way. Like I said, whether they're skinny, whether they're short, whether they're fat, whether they're too tall for you, or, whatever. Equality doesn't just stop at gay marriage. Equality doesn't just stop at all races being one. Equality has so many more meanings to it than that. And if you wanted to be treated fairly, how do you think everybody else wants to be treated? Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Even if you don't believe in God or the Bible, It's good words to live by.